All right, we are live. Happy Friday and welcome to race number 3 of season 6 of the Forza Winter Series here at the O30C clan. This is O30C, I'm your announcer for today. We're just doing the pre-race showdown, letting the drivers kind of warm up their cars, warm up their tracks, make sure they got everything set to go, and we'll be kicking it off around 11 o'clock tonight. So thank you for joining us and checking us out this fine evening. Should be a great race here on Bernese Alps. It's a very challenging, windy, wintry track, as we see the drivers coming past us there. We are running B Series tonight, actually this entire season. So we will be getting started in just a second. Let's get this all tuned up here really quick. Make sure we got the sound up enough for everyone. Should be good. All right, we are good to go. If it would stop doing that every time I pop out of here. Okay, there we are. Lieutenant O the Boogie, thank you very much for the follow 32 minutes ago. Appreciate that. A little preemptive follow before we went live today. So again, my name is O30C. I'm announcing today's race number 3, season 6 of the Forza Winter Series here at the O30C clan. Every Friday night, catch us here at 11 o'clock for the races for the next, I guess, 12 weeks. So it's going to be pretty exciting, action-packed. We do have a lot of racers this evening. We have around 10 racers currently in the Discord channel. We're expecting 1 or 2 more. Again, we're just warming up here in the pre-race. People are just kind of whizzing around the track, getting everything situated. We will be pulling some drivers in here shortly to ask them some questions. I know that Centurio Butts, if you've been following the series, is currently the point leader, but he had a major change today. So he recently went from using a controller to a racing wheel. So this will be the first race that he's had at the racing wheel. I've been told he's only had the racing wheel for about a day, so he's only had a little bit of practice on it. So it'll be exciting to see how he copes. I think one comment he made to me, we'll interview him and let him make that comment to you guys live. Other than that, no major changes to the other drivers. This track is quite challenging. It is quite long as well compared to last week, so it should be a bit of a longer race. Again, just to kind of recap the rules, this is a 21 lap race. We do have one pace lap and then 20 regular laps. All the drivers are required to do a pit stop at least once during the race. We do have simulation on for collision and fuel and tire damage. We also have regulations turned on, which is a new feature this year in Forza. Basically, you get penalized for either cutting the track or colliding with other drivers. You get obviously series of time penalties depending on how bad the infraction is. So that is turned on as well, which makes this season a little bit more interesting, a little cleaner in terms of how people are handling the tracks. Not so many people cutting corners. And collisions are, a lot more penalized than they were before, especially on the driver who did the collision, as opposed to really penalizing the person who got hit. So it'll be exciting to see. We are running B Series cars today. Actually, we are running them all season, so 600 points or lower on the car. Custom tunes are allowed. The only assistance that we have is ABS, and we allow the line for braking only. This is just to give newer drivers who maybe haven't spent the last 6 seasons with us a chance to actually compete. Gives them a little bit of a crutch that they can hold on to and still compete. Most of our drivers kind of cut their own lines. They don't really follow that too much to a T. You'll see more of the experienced drivers kind of doing their own thing. But for newer drivers, following that brake line is a really good way to kind of get into Forza and get kind of situated with the game quickly and be somewhat competitive, even with a limited experience. If you want to check out the Over 30 clan, you can check us out at over30clan.com. We're a clan dedicated to the over 30 generation of gamers, the older generation, the coin-op feeding, Nintendo wielding, Utopia playing, elders of the internet, if you will. So pioneers of the video game age. So if you are an older gamer and you enjoy playing games and you want to hang out with people who also have jobs and responsibilities and kids and lives outside of gaming, feel free to check us out at over30clan.com. Just a reminder, this is the official over30clan.com Twitch channel. Any donations or Prime subs or regular subs go to benefit the Over 30 clan directly. Helps us pay for our internet, helps us pay for our website, other game server hosting fees that we occur, our blog site, marketing, art, everything that kind of goes into running a large multinational gaming community. So we do appreciate any and all donations to kind of assist the Over 30 clan keep going. We are a registered nonprofit, so your money is being well spent and taken care of, and we're very transparent on our podcast with how and where the money goes. So feel free to drop a donation if you wish to support the clan, or just sit back and enjoy. We enjoy having the company, and hopefully you get something out of this tonight. And we definitely enjoy putting on the series for you. So we're hoping that if one or two of you appreciate it as much as we do, we're doing something right. So thanks for checking us out. So we're going to do a quick song break here. And then when we come back after a few minutes, we will talk to some of the drivers. I apologize. Every time I hit my other screen here to flip to something like our standings and things like that, it tabs me out, and I do apologize for that. Every single time. So annoying. Okay, one more click, and then I'm going to stop clicking. There we go. We're good. That asshole. Whee! This is why I'm the announcer. First of all, I'm using a keyboard, but I'm also absolutely terrible at this game. All right. Let's go ahead and grab one of the drivers and have a little conversation. I think we'll start off with Centurio Butts here. Let's go ahead and grab him. Hey, Centurio, how's it going, man?
It's going.
Season point leader. So what's the news today?
I got my wheel stand in today. Had almost a full 4 hours with it.
Nice. So a little
Not,
tiny bit of practice in.
yeah, not really confident with it.
Are you able to get around the track?
Ish. Yeah, it's a struggle to keep it. I don't to keep it clean. I've had clean laps, but right now I'm about a second off my time. And the biggest thing is I've lost is consistency because I was just so new. But I'm debating on whether or not I should just go with this or a controller until I can get some familiarity with this.
Oh, I think it'd be interesting to see how you do tonight with the wheel.
Yeah, that's why I've been contemplating just sticking with it.
Very cool. What are you driving tonight?
I am driving, well, beat up right now, an O2 Chevrolet Corvette.
Oh, nice. Any special tune you got on tonight?
No, just a shout out to BT55tuning.com. It's where I've been going for my tunes and they work well. But, yeah, I just put in the numbers and slap the tune on, and usually I'm good to go.
Awesome.
So,
And what do you think of tonight's track?
well, if I go with the will, keeping up with Black, Vendaxian, and Lad, and GCAB is going to be interesting. Because I believe I'm still a points leader, so therefore I'm still starting last. It'll definitely be
That is true.
interesting to keep up with them. I want to go with the wheel, but I'm worried about wrecking people. That's not something I wanted to be doing, but I think I have control of this car to be able to do it. I just gotta go slower, so I might lose. It's a real possibility I'm gonna be losing the points lead this night, but I might get it back next week. So we'll see.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how you do with the wheel if you end up running it tonight, and how you progress over the next few weeks. Will be a lot of I think a big challenge for you just to do the switch from the controller to the wheel mid-season. But season's long, so you got a lot of
Yeah,
time to do it.
yeah, I'll probably run the wheel tonight. I mean, I like the way it feels. So,
Very good. Before we
uh,
let you go, I got one more question for you.
go ahead.
How drunk is Euphoria?
I don't even know if he's even drunk. I
Oh,
mean,
okay. Well, that's no fun.
he's getting around the track. He's driving the right way. So
So he's doing something right.
yeah, he probably ain't drunk yet.
Very nice. All right, man. I'll toss you back. Good luck tonight. Hopefully you run the wheel. If you don't, just give me a little ping so I
Yeah,
know. But
I'll be running in it, and you can apologize to anybody else you interview that if I wreck them. I'm
All
gonna
right,
let
very good,
you.
man.
You
All right,
too.
good luck tonight, dude. See ya. Hey, Euphoria.
What?
How's it going, man?
Pretty good, buddy.
Let me turn you up here a little low on my end. There you go. You should be not much louder
I'm
now.
not doing too well. I haven't practiced all week.
So what are you driving tonight?
I'm not sure. It's red.
It's a
It's
red
an Eagle
car.
Talon.
Eagle Town. Okay, very nice.
Yeah.
I actually almost picked one of those up as my first car back in like early '90s.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah,
They were
yeah,
pretty fast back in
with the
the
crazy
late 90s.
windows and stuff.
Yeah. So.
You got any special tunes going on in your car tonight, or are you just kind of running someone else's tune, or?
I'm just running mine.
Very
Way
cool. What
too
do you think?
hammered to do anything else.
What do you think of the track?
All over the track. Yep. It's sweeping turns, and just straightaways. Just wide open. Good for passing.
Yeah, it's much longer than last. Were you here last week?
No.
No, yeah. Last week's track was very short. Yeah, very short and technical. Simple but technical.
It was
It was
Lime
the
Rock, right?
Lime Rock. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that track.
Yeah, it's a very, very technical track, but I mean, very easy to approach, but you need, there's a lot of little nuances in that track that make it kind of difficult. But no, that's really cool. Very cool. So Centurio Butts is running a wheel for the first time. So currently our point leader this season. So he's had about 4 hours of practice on his wheel today. And he was considering switching back to his controller, but I think I convinced him to stay on his wheel tonight just for the lulls. So we'll see if he's able to hold on to his points lead this evening.
Oh, I think he will be.
Yeah, I think it's 50-50. Either he's going to dominate because he's just that good, or he's going to like hit someone and take him off the track and get like 3 minutes worth of penalties or something. Like there's no in between. I think it's going to be a total chaos, or he's going to do just fine. I don't think he's going to come in like fourth. But it should be exciting.
Okay. It sounded like you blacked out there for a second.
Oh, really? On your end?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the streaming PC caught everything. But that's all good.
I think, man, I don't know. Me, that guy's a hell of a racer. Hell of a driver. Like in the heat of the moment, I think, or in the heat of the race, I think you'll buckle down and get it done. So I don't think you could stand to be beaten by Black twice. You still there?
Yeah, no, I'm still here. Sorry, I was typing to the chat here. Black was mentioning that the guests are a little quiet, and I have you cranked to 200%.
Oh.
So something on my end, but we'll fix it for next season. But good luck tonight.
Thanks, man.
And I'll put you back in with the group, and we got, 6 minutes until race time.
Yep, I'm getting good and liquored up.
Very good, man. Have a good one.
See you, buddy.
Hey, Black, I pulled you in.
Hey.
I'm not sure what's going on with the audio. Got everyone cranked, and it's loud in my ears, but not on the stream, so I got to figure that out. You come in pretty loud, though, so you should be pretty good.
Yeah, when I listen on the stream, though, I could barely hear myself.
Yeah, so it's a little too quiet, unfortunately.
That's all right. We'll get her taken care of.
Another thing to tweak. Who thought video production was so damn difficult?
Well, these big timers make it look easy.
I know, right? All right. So what are you running tonight?
I'm running the S2000, Honda S2000.
Very nice. Anything special on the tune, or?
It's a little targeted more towards speed, over grip just a bit, but this car does everything very well. It holds the tires on it for many laps without wearing out too fast. It holds a good speed on the downhill straight on the back end of the track, and it corners like hell. It's really hard to mess up a turn in this car.
All right, so I just fixed my audio. Go figure. But what do you think of the track?
Oh, I love Bernese Alps. It's one of my favorites. Fast track, some good spots to pass without it getting too hairy.
Sorry, just making some minor adjustments here.
That's
And
okay. I'm trying to get the lobby going.
yeah. Oh yeah, I better can actually do that. Back to pits. Go, go, go. Quit lobby. I gotta join your lobby.
Yes.
So last thing is Centurio Butts is running the wheel tonight.
Yes, he is.
It's going to be interesting. He was debating going to the controller last minute, but I think I talked him into running the wheel.
Well, I turned a hell of a practice lap, like over a second faster than all my previous week's practice. So I think that that may have got in his head a little
May have
bit.
spooked him a little bit.
I mean, it surprised me how good of a lap time it was. So I can see his concern because him and Vindaxian have dialed down their cars a little bit to try to stay more competitive with the group. But it's still, I mean, I'm notorious for getting caught up in mistakes, not necessarily my own. So it could be anybody's race.
It'll be interesting. You know, I think this season is a little controversy, right? He's a little underdog or some something to switch it up a little bit. So it's kind of cool that Centurion. I think it's. I was talking to U4 and I said it's either going to go one of two ways. One, he's just so damn good it doesn't matter what controller he's using, whether it be an Xbox controller or a Guitar Hero controller, and he'll kill everyone, or he's going to get into a whole bunch of accidents and have like 5 seconds worth of penalties and come in last. I don't think there's really going to be a middle ground. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. He was he's amazing on controller, and so it takes a small hit to anyone's psyche to not do so well switching mediums. But I have no doubt the guy will be tearing it up just as well as he was before.
Oh yeah. Well, so I'll let you get back to setting up the race, and we'll see you in about 4 minutes.
All right, thank you.
All right. Good luck. All right, so we got our audio fixed. So that's good. So we're T-minus 3 minutes to the to race number 3. So we're just getting things set up here. So we'll just take a look at some of the drivers. We got Black Death in his very much appropriate attire. Fat Attack in his beautiful gold tuxedo. Just screams, hey ladies. We got a lad with a space age exoskeleton suit. Looks very Halo-like. Centurio running his Seeker. Pretty standard looking driver's gear. Kind of cool gold on the helmet. GCav running the Ninja Dojo uniform. Vindaxian looking very Jamaican with his orange, yellow, and white jumpsuit. Del Rey looking more like a mechanic than a race car driver. Each their own. Bendadu, too cool for school. This has like with the buckles coming out of the back of the helmet, it almost looks I can't even think of it right now, but anyway, very space age. U4 with the nice white, clean, and Pono with the blue, black, and gray. Very nice. So it's a full house tonight. 11 drivers. Very Daft Punk. Yeah, that's it. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, very Daft Punk. Or Predator. It almost looks like Predator. Yeah. That's very cool. How you doing tonight, Mirror? Yeah, the buckles almost look like that crazy hair that comes out, So for all of you who just joined us, so we're just about to start race number 3. Season 6 here at the Over 30 Clans Forza Winter Series. We are running B Series tonight, so 600 points or less. We do have all of simulations turned on, so tire, fuel, collision is turned on. The only assists we have are ABS, and we allow you to have a brake line just for newer drivers to get kind of acclimated to the race. We do require all the drivers to do at least one single pit stop throughout the entire race. Because we do have fuel simulation turned on, it's actually quite necessary to do it. We have a lot of drivers who like to do their pit stop fairly early in the race too, and kind of, you know, basically drive on fumes that last lap. But I don't think we've had anyone actually run out of fuel yet, so we'll see if that persists tonight. We do have regulations turned on as well, so cutting corners or getting into accidents will cause you some delays as well, some penalties, some time penalties. And it is a 20-lap race. We're doing one 21-lap race with one pace lap to get started tonight. So we're just getting everything set up here. We're going to be getting going very shortly. And again, we're running the Bernese Alps. Our host tonight is Black Death. He is also the president and CEO and chair of the board for the Over 30 clan. So we do have 10 drivers tonight, so a pretty full house. Should be a good race. Want to check out the Over 30 Clan, you can check us out at over30clan.com. We're a gaming community dedicated to the older generation of gamers, the pre-internet humans, if you will. The coin-op feeding, Nintendo playing, Utopia wielding, internet pioneers. Hey, thanks, Chemical. Appreciate it. We're just getting started here. We're going to be starting very shortly. Oh, here we are. All right, let's go to the race cam. We're up in the booth. So again, 21-lap race. First lap is a pace lap. We brought paces back this year. We didn't have pace laps last year, or last season, I should say. We did kind of a false start, and then we restarted it. But we find the pace laps work quite well. Less finicky. So we're just about to get started here. Last minute changes. Uh-oh. Crap. Uno secondo. Hey, Black?
Yeah.
I don't think you put spectators on. Or you're just doing grid?
Why can't you spectate?
Oh, there we go. All right, we're good. We're done.
It's O30's problem, not mine.
Hey, we got fix it. We fix it. It's fixed. Ah.
Canadian.
Anyway, sorry. All right, we're good. It's always something. So, and that's the reason I don't chill with the 10 drivers, because they're freaking loud and they all use open mics and goddamn no push to talk. Gah! Annoying. All right, cool. So we're getting started. 10 drivers tonight, Bernese Alps. Race number 3. Should be a really exciting race. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. Shout out to Chemical for being chatty in the chat. And let's do this. All right, let's get our camera set up here. Very nice. Let's make some little changes. Get rid of the map. Put up the car info. Ah, beautiful. All right, excellent. Let's back up a little bit. So, Fat Attack is leading the pace today. Delray in second, Vendetta in second. I don't know. We suck at pace laps. That's all I can say, is that we've never been able to get it right. But we are getting started here. Getting those tires warmed up. Again, collision So we do have simulation turned on, so collision, tire damage, and fuel. We do require at least one pit stop, which is actually needed because you can't get around the track 20 times on a single tank of fuel. It is B class. We do only allow ABS and the line for braking only. And we are doing the pace lap here, led by Fat Attack, who is, all intents and purposes, crawling around the track. You see Del Rey just chomping at the bit to get in front of him. Already getting some collisions in. You can hear the crunch of the cars. Already rubbing some paint off. We also have regulations turned on as well, so any cutting of the track or collisions do cause penalties for the most part. Some minor things are not typically tracked, but major collisions as Del Rey pulls ahead of Fat. Fat just crawling around this pace lap. So the one thing to look out for tonight is definitely Centurio Butts, our current season points leader. Switched today from a controller to a racing wheel that he got about 4 hours ago. So it'll be exciting to see how he performs tonight, going from controller to wheel, obviously, as we approach the line here. Fat's still holding on to that crawling pace lap as everyone is just inching to get ahead. Slight troll here. And we're off. Official start of race number 3 here at the Over30 Clan. So we have Del Rey looking to pull ahead from Fat on the outside. We got a pretty large bunch up here. Let's back up a little bit more as GKev is being very aggressive on the outside. Del Rey is able to pull ahead of Fat. GKev also going in for that outside. Fat appears to be trying to block him. So back up to this lad is making a move here on Pono on the inside. Let's take a look at our race leader Centurio. Oh, having a little bit of trouble with the racing wheel. We'll have to check back on him in a second. So we knew that it was going to either be one of two things are going to happen tonight. Either he was going to do well switching to the racing wheel, or have some major adjustments required. And we think we may have answered that, as Del Rey is still in front. Fat Attack in second. And GKev here in third. Let's back up to Lad, get a bit of more of a sweeping view of the track. You can see the top 5 here. All vying for position. Still a fairly tight group. We're hitting the wall, and oh, that is a bad takeout by Lad. Unfortunate bounce off the wall. Just takes his nose down and kind of flips the car around. Absolutely terrible outcome, but it is early in the race, so we'll have some time to make that up as we go ahead and go back to Pono here. Fat and GKev are fighting for first and second. Fat taking a little bit of a bump there with GKev. GKev able to pull ahead on the inside as Fat Attack hit the gravel there. Actually, sorry. Let's move up a little bit. Can't see the race leader. He was starting to pull ahead a little bit. So we do have Del Rey in first now, with a fairly decent lead on the third lap here. Let's go ahead and back up to Black Death, as he appears to be trying to pass Fat Attack here on the inside. So we see now the driver's starting to space out just a little bit more. Vindaxian pulling ahead of Black. Black falling back to 6th. I just hope Dale's okay. Yeah. That was one hell of a crash. But again, at least if you're going to crash like that, you're going to crash like that on the second lap, not the 18th lap. So, he has a lot of time to make it up. Lots of time to make it up if he drives a really good race. So let's pop up to GCAF here, see if he has sight of our race leader. He does. So there is still a fight here for first and second. Del Rey is only a few cars ahead, so there has been some time made up. GCAF is not too far behind. We'll have to keep tabs on that a little bit. Let's check with the second grouping here. Vindadu, Fat, and Vindaxian. Vindaxian running that beautiful Plymouth with the nice big wings in the back. Getting that retro feel going into this race. Driving the boat, as it were. Let's back up to Lad and see what the back of the track looks like. Seems Lad is a little bit on his own. Euphoria, Centurio Butts. Let's take a look at Centurio, see if he's cut up to Euphoria. So he actually just did pass U4. Or Centurio... Yeah, Centurio Butts just passed U4. So he's starting to, I think, get the hang of the wheel. He's not too far behind, to be quite honest. He still has 17 laps to go, so... Plenty of time. He's being a little cautious here on this turn. The trick with the wheel is really not to oversteer it, right? If you don't have your dead zones set properly, you have a tendency to oversteer and it'd be a bit of a problem. You know, I'll check back with these guys in a second. Pop up to Black Death. He's currently in 4th, looking to eye in that 3rd place from Vindadu. Black is running some nice lines tonight. Well, a little bit of a paint scratch. Didn't seem to lose too much momentum there, though. Oh, Vindadu nosedives. Black goes flying. Vindaxian and Pono just barely misses them. Vindaxian also taken out in the crash. So we have almost a 4-car pileup. Vindadu sees that flag and just slows right down. Black being careful not to get into another accident as he turns around here. What an unfortunate set of events that led to that. That is just absolutely crazy, as Black is having a real hard time with his car right now. He's probably going to have to do an early pit. We'll have to check back with him in just a second, but man, what a terrible pileup. GCAF currently our lap leader with 156. As you see, a lot of the drivers now who are part of that crash are probably going to be pitting rather early this race. So let's go ahead and take a look at our leaders. GCAF out in front. Del Rey close behind. See, Pono and Pono, Lad, and Fat are just really far behind from that pileup. It's unfortunate. I'm not sure, actually. Pono, I think, avoided. I'm not sure how he managed to do that, but that is one of the downsides of having collision turned on. If someone takes a really bad wipe in that close pack, you have a major pileup. So let's go check in with Black, who fell back to 9th place. I think he was running 4th or 5th. And he is just limping along in his car right now. He's definitely needs to pit. Just absolutely unfortunate. Vindadu just exiting the pits now, so he's a little less worse for wear. See, his team did an excellent job on the body. Extra detail to that shine. And does give our race leaders, or season leader Centurio Butt some space and time to do some moves here. He does have 4th in sight, so he's not doing too terrible with this wheel tonight, all things considering. As we see the penalties piling up, so Black is getting a 1.75 second penalty there. GKev still 157 is the fastest lap time in our current leader. You see, once you get past 3rd, 4th place, you start to see 10, 20, 30 seconds behind the race leader. Just a terrible pileup. Still have a fair amount of time in this lap, or in this race tonight, so we'll see what happens. Pono in 3rd, fairly behind the pack actually, so it seems to be competitive here between Del Rey and GKev for 1st and 2nd, and we're going to see the first lap of the race tonight. GKev appears to be working on lapping Black, who I think was worse for wear in that pileup. Hardly had a working car after that, and Black appears to GKev and Del Rey. Yeah, so GKev has pulled ahead quite a bit. Let's go take a look at our race leader, see how he's racing tonight. He's running some pretty solid lines on this track. Now, this is a very, very long track, so there is an opportunity for some people to make up some times. We do have a lot of drivers affected by those pileups, so there's still some points to be had from completing the race. So the good news is we do allow drivers to remove their 2 worst scores, so it makes up for races like this where you have an unfortunate pileup, or maybe you miss a race because of your kids are sick, or you can't get to the computer. Just gives drivers a little bit less pressure to have to be around and perform every single night. So we do take the worst 2 scores off of everyone's point total at the end of the season. So we have a bit of a loading issue. I'm wondering if we had someone drop. Well, Black is still here, so I don't think we had anyone drop. Just a little bit of a mishap there with the cameras. Let's take a look at Del Rey, see if he's able to keep up. Okay, he's not too far behind GKev, so he still has him in his sights. Let's back up to 4th place here with Lad. He's right on the heels of Pono, so still competitive for 3rd and 4th. They're about 18 to 20 seconds behind the race leader. And we have Centurio Butts, Fat Attack, and Vindaxian are about half a minute behind, and then we get into the minute plus. After that, the people who are part of that unfortunate pileup earlier. Lot appears to be making up some ground on Pono here. I wonder if there'll be an opportunity for a pass. Slide looking to pass Pono on the inside. Makes a move. Manages to pass him in the tunnel. We have view 4 off the track completely. GCAV is currently the race leader, but Black is the best lap of 156. So he is trying to desperately to make up some time here. Oh, Black appears to be out of the race. Let's go check up on him. Nope, he's still in it. So we're almost halfway through the race tonight. Still a lot of time, but you know, clock is ticking away. Black Death seems to be about 34 seconds behind the race leader. So he's made up some time, some considerable time there. Let's pop back up to Pono and see if he's made progress on Lad. So he still has him in his sights. Lad is pulling away slightly. A little bit of time and space. It was a pretty eventful first half. There's the penalties when you flash the top of your screen. Black Death currently the penalty leader with 2.5 seconds. Now Black Death flashing a 1:55, currently the best lap time. So if he's able to shave 3 seconds off the leader every lap, there could be an opportunity for a major comeback. He is a minute 56 behind though, so this is quite a feat to have to make up. But anything can happen. If you're new, we just had if you're new to the race tonight, we just had a major pileup about 4 or 5 laps ago between about 4 drivers, which knocked a few out of commission for quite a long time. So we have quite the spread in the race tonight. We have a competitive first and second between GCAV and Delray. GCAV holding on to his lead since the beginning. Lad and Pono have been fighting for 3rd and 4th. Fat Attack, Vindaxian, and Centurio Butts 5th, 6th, and 7th, and then we do have the rest of them who were unfortunately part of that pileup. Let's take a look at Centurio Butts. He's running a wheel for the first time tonight, so he is our season points leader. Obviously going through some adjustments tonight. Currently in 7th place, but not doing too bad considering. If we pop up to Vindaxian, currently has Fat Attacks in his sights. Running that beautiful retro Plymouth. Let's take a look at the race leaders here. So GCAV seems to have pulled ahead quite considerably from Delray. Euphoria is off the track. He's part of that pileup earlier too. Probably has some major car problems. We do have collision turned on. Full simulation. So Black Death, for instance, was limping towards the pits when he was part of that crash. Lost almost a minute from the race leader. So you know, quite the pileup. GCAV out in front. Let's take a look at him as he's looking to pass Black here. All right, officially over halfway through the race tonight. GKev running a very solid race out in front for the entire stretch so far. GKev's trying to be aggressive here in the tunnel, possibly, against Black Death. Yeah, just taking his time, holding that line, making sure he picks the right opportunity to pass Black Death. Doesn't want to mess things up. Currently in a very comfortable lead. Lad is quite considerably far back. GKev opting for his mandatory pit. So let's go ahead and take a look at Delray here, currently in 4th. Seems Pono has pulled ahead quite considerably as well. Let's take a look at Pono. He's a fair amount ahead of Delray now. So we are seeing people spread out just a little bit. Still appears to be a fight between Fat, Vendado, and Centurio. Check out this this little battle here for 5th, 6th, and 7th. Centurio butts. No one to be seen. No one in front of him to be seen. Let's take a look at Vendado here. So Black is still holding down that best lap at 155. GKev is still our race leader. Vendaxian nowhere to be seen. Let's take a look at Vendaxian, who should be right in front. Oh, currently in a fight for 5th with Fat Attacks. Still have 9 laps left, so a lot of time to make up here. U4 is out of commission completely, unfortunately, from the previous. You hear him revving his engine and going absolutely nowhere, so. Some major car troubles, unfortunately. Daxian creeping up on Fat Attack. We look like we're going to see a pass here. Possibly. Just biding his time. Does have the tighter corner. Might be able to pass him here on the inside. As they accelerate out of that straightaway, Vendaxian just having a little bit more acceleration in Fat Attack. Able to pull ahead and claim 5th place. Or 3rd place, I should say. Let's back up to Fat here. Not letting Vendaxian get too far ahead of him. Possibly looking to make a pass of his own. Spotting his time. Hits the wall a little bit. Comes out unscathed. Daxian able to pull ahead a little bit. In fact, using all of that road on that turn, accelerating out of that turn quite nicely. So we'll check back with these two in just a second. Let's take a look at Delray here, currently in second place. The race leader, GCav, quite far ahead. Thank you, Kaylor K-Bone, for the follow. Appreciate that. The GCav has seemed to pull ahead quite considerably. Black Death still holding the best lap at 155. Let's take a look at our race leader GCav here. Who's having an excellent race tonight. So if you're just tuning in, we had a major pileup on, I think it was lap number 7 tonight, 7 or 8. Or maybe 6. No, somewhere around there. Anyway, early in the race, it was about 4 cars part of the pileup. It knocked U4 out completely. So it's, and Black Death fell back about a minute and a half, unfortunately, limping to the pit stops. So, as we see Euphoria there being passed on the right, his car not working anymore. GCav and Delray completely unscathed. Vendaxi and Fan Attack and Lad also take advantage. We haven't checked in and looked at Lad in a little while, so let's go ahead and pop in and see what Lad's up to. Supporting that over 30clan.com. Bumper sticker. So Lad has Fat Attacks in his sights from the looks of it. So they're still a very competitive 3rd, 4th, and 5th. 1st and 2nd appear to have pulled ahead quite considerably. Centurio Butts, who is running the wheel for the first time, our current season point leader, is obviously having some adjustments to be made there with the wheel. I'm sure we'll see him improve as the season progresses. Black Death was right in the middle of that major crash, had a major front end damage on his car, limping to the pit stop, so he's fallen back quite considerably, but we see he's putting work in. He is currently our current lap leader at 155. So, unfortunate set of events, 6 laps to go. Let's see if he can maybe make up a spot or two and get a few additional points this race. We're having a slight technical glitch there. There we are. And we're back. We'll check back with Lad in just a second. Let's pop up to Fat Attack, who's currently in front of him. Not leading by too much. He has Vendaxian in his sights. And is Vendaxian closing in on Delray as well, I believe. Let's take a look at Vendaxian here. Looks like he's making a passing move. So Vendaxian eyeing that number 2 spot from Delray. Made up a considerable amount of time. He was pretty far back from 1st and 2nd, so they put in some work in the past couple laps. 6 laps to go. It's an absolute eternity on this track. It is a very long, winding track. But actually, eyeing that 2nd place spot from Delray, looking to make a move. You can tell he's just waiting for that moment. That right there is the fastest boat I've ever seen. Plymouth, not known for their handling, but I guess if you tune it correctly and you build it right, it's quite the competitive B-class car. So next he's looking to make that move. It's just the turn that he tried to take Del Rey on the inside. Del Rey spinning his tires a little bit, losing a bit of momentum, but unable to capitalize on that. Yeah, Black Death has racked up quite the penalties at 3.25 seconds worth of penalties. Still our best lap, though, 155. Still yet to be beaten. Both Vendetti and Black Death about a minute 26 back from the race leader. Again, two of those cars are part of that major pileup earlier in the race. Vendaxian looking to take Del Rey on the straightaway here. And manages to reclaim second place. For how long, who knows? Let's pop back to Del Rey. And he is not going to let this go down lightly. Almost trade some paint there. Barely misses. Only a few millimeters separated them for a second there. So Vendaxian able to take second place here with only 4 laps to go. Del Rey managing to keep up. But Vendaxian is starting to build a little bit of distance between them. A little bit of a comfort zone. Don't want to give anyone time and space with only 3 laps to go. Del Rey giving that car everything it possibly can. We are having some slight technical hiccups here. But I think we're going to get through it just fine. So GCAV is still way out in front. Been our current race leader for the entire race, pretty much. I believe he was within the first lap. Was the race leader, managing to hold on. We did have that crazy crash early on around lap number 6 that took out 4 drivers temporarily. Euphoria was unable to recover. Currently sitting on the sidelines, waiting for the race to finish. Unfortunately, his pit crew can't get to him. They've quite the fight here for second and third, though, but GCAV has pulled ahead quite considerably. But Vendaxian managing to pull a little bit ahead from Del Rey. Let's take a look at Fat Attack here in 4th place. Oh, he just got passed by Ladd. So Ladd able to claim 4th from Fat. So we do have also a competitive 4th and 5th. It's only 3 laps to go. So there still could be some upsets here in the pole position. Again, this is a very long, windy track. A lot of opportunities to pass. Very wide open, very wide track. So we could have some major upsets here. It's only 3 laps to go. So we're about 4.5 minutes away from end of race here. Let's pop back to Pono for a second here. Let's see how close he is. So I did just barely see fat attack there in the distance. So Pono does have a look at 5th place. I don't know if he has enough time to make up the distance, though. Let's pop into Black Death with that unfortunate accident earlier. His car is looking a little worse for wear. That spoiler barely hanging on. He is tearing around the track, though. So he's driving an excellent race. It's unfortunate about the major crash that happened earlier. Let's pop into Vindaxian here. He's currently in 2nd place. See if he's made some distance up on GKev. So does not have GKev in his sights. Maybe right in the distance. Not sure if there's going to be enough time here. We do have only 3 full laps to go. Check back with him in just a second. Let's pop back to Del Rey, see if he's been able to keep up with Ven. So Vendaxian is a fair amount ahead, but Del Rey still has him in his sights. As Black Death is getting off the track, they're getting out of everyone's way. Might have had another mishap. So Vindaxi and Del Rey are about 20 seconds behind the leader, so we need an absolute miracle with only 2 full laps remaining to make up the distance. But it is a very competitive second and third between Del Rey and Vindaxian here. Ladd, I believe, still has sights on 3rd place as well. But I feel like he's dropping back just a little bit more since we last checked in with him. So let's take a look at Del Rey here as he tries to make a push for 2nd. Only a few seconds separate him in 1st place. We are in our 2nd last lap. As customary, we will be checking with GKev once we hit our final lap. Let's go ahead and pull up the map here. You see GKev is about a quarter of the track ahead right now. We are running into the small spectator glitch. I feel like when I switch between cars too much during the race, I do have some slight graphical issues near the end. So we are seeing some skip frames a little bit. I do apologize for the poor quality. We'll try not to switch so much next race. Maybe avoid this. So Del Rey still has 2nd place in his sights. He's going to be able to take on Vindaxian here in the last lap. We'll see. As GKev comes around the last turn here of lap number 20 and begins his final lap. Let's go ahead and switch over to GKev as he crosses the line here. So we are in the final lap of race number 3 here on Bernese Alps. GKev is a commanding lead. Excellent race tonight. This way we need an act of God to make it so he doesn't finish in 1st. He's running an excellent race today. Very, very steady. No mistakes. I don't think he has any penalties to his name either. We'll take a look at that when we see the penalties come up. GKev best lap time with 6. So Black Death still holding the best lap time tonight of 155. As we come into the last third of the track here, GCAV is still way out in front. Absolute solid race from GCAV tonight. Good old nice job GCAV from John Gotcha. Thanks, buddy. As we come around the last turn, GCAV will be first place, race number 3 here on Bernese Alps. Great job, GCAV. Well done. Very solid race as he celebrates with his little bit of tire spinning. A little bit of style, extra style points there. Vindaxian coming around. It appears Vindaxian in a very comfortable second place as well. He was able to pass Del Rey, I think it was 3 or 4 laps ago. So he'll be our second place finisher as Del Rey comes around the final turn as well. We'll, I think, comfortably come in. Oh no, Ladd is right on his tail. Let's take a look at this. No, Del Rey will be our third place finisher. Ladd coming in fourth. Fat Attack will cross in fifth. We unfortunately missed him. Pono coming around the last couple turns here in sixth. Vendadu in a comfortable seventh. Centuro Butts struggling with the racing wheel tonight, unfortunately, will be our eighth. And Black Death finishing up with ninth. Euphoria unable to finish tonight. He had some major car problems earlier. Thanks, Gotcha. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the accolades. It was a fun race tonight. It was a fun race tonight. I guarantee we're going to see some clips from, I think it was lap 6. I'm pretty sure it was lap 6, where we had that 3, almost 4 car pileup. It was quite exciting. There's actually a few crashes at the beginning. Spono crosses in 6th. Vendadu coming around in 7th. And again, Centurio Butts in 8th and Black Death in 9th. Let's check in with the drivers while we finish up the race here.
I hate this track, actually.
I love this track.
I do too.
How'd you like that race, so Frey?
Fast track.
That was excellent.
Yeah, we knew you'd like that one.
I bet. I'm gonna have to watch it. I didn't get to see it.
I mean, I feel for Black Death, and I'm sure he feels for himself too. But like, you know, you run the best lap of the track tonight. You're even bragging about how you hit with your best lap, like in the practice run too, right earlier. So you hit a 155. You relieve the lap time.
Bragging. I just mentioned it.
Sorry, wrong terminology. You mentioned it. You're driving really well on this track today, and unfortunately, you're caught up in a 3-car pileup. I don't think the penalties quite tell the stories. I feel it wasn't your fault, but I feel the computer gave you all of the blame.
Sure
Yeah,
did.
you took most damage by far. Well, maybe you 4. I'm not sure. Before, when did you start like breaking down? Did you have car problems as well, or?
You just gave up.
Oh yeah, well, I mean,
You 4 try.
yep.
I just didn't have enough practice.
Sorry, guys.
It's all good, man.
It was,
That was good.
But
Good job,
congratulations,
Del Rey. Third
GCAV.
place.
Very solid race.
Yep. And you all
Yeah,
worried
nice, G-Kev.
because I had the S2000. It
Thank
didn't
you.
matter.
Yeah,
You
that was
kept
there's some good battles there. I mean, GCAV, you had a commanding lead for most of the race, so it was kind of boring, but you ran a solid
Yeah.
race.
You ran a boring race, G.
You ran a boring race, goddammit.
Which
Yeah.
means you won.
But
I stayed in front of the big wreck. I
Yeah.
did get to make one move on Del Rey.
there you go.
That's
And
it.
then I was catching up the butts, and then I wrecked again.
Oh no,
Thanks to Vin.
Brutal.
sorry. Can you condense that wreck down and put it on video? And so we to see what that looks like.
Yeah, you guys will be able to clip it. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it was lap number 6. I think it was lap 5
really?
or 6.
I thought it was like 3 or 4.
Yeah, it was early.
It was earlier than that. Okay, all right. So it was before. It was before lap 5. We'll just say that.
Okay.
Sometime before lap 5. But there was another crash before that. I can't remember who did it, where their nose kind of hit into the wall and it hit a second wall and completely flipped around. They were on their own though, and then like a lap later, we had that almost 4 car pileup. Pono, you missed that.
Yeah.
Somehow you squeaked by.
Everybody.
We had something else going on too you might not have been aware of, and that was the guys involved in the first accident that we've been talking about didn't pit afterwards, and I had 3% fuel at the end of the race. Otherwise, if I'd have pitted, I would have lost 3 or 4 positions, so I had to race one another lap. I would have ran out of fuel.
Yeah, you made it though.
You got there. And you made some moves at the end there, Vindaxian, too. It was kind of exciting. But great job. John Gotcha says, nice job, GKF. So,
Thank you.
You got some fans. All right, so we'll wrap it up here. And great job, guys. Fun. Crap. I keep forgetting to do that.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. We'll do this live.
Do it live.
Where is the tracks? You pinned it. There we are.
Hopefully for next week I can finish better than second to last place.
Should do a track at night.
That fit alright. Some of us are switching to wheels over controllers, so over time I think most of us will be on wheels. That should be fun.
I've got
Lime
one, I
Rock
just
we've
gotta set it up.
done. Bernese Alps we've done. All right.
Punish us with the next track, please.
Drum roll. I know I got a new one every week. I should actually, like, I don't know, standardize, but here we are. Drum roll. Brands Hatch.
Good measure.
Brands Hatch.
Branch Hatch.
Brands Hatch. Huh?
Very well
That's a tight
done.
track.
Yeah.
I got to tune a couple more cars.
All right, guys. Good job tonight. It was a very exciting race. Again, congratulations, GCAV, and I'll sign off and catch you guys later.
All right, thanks, Oprah.
See ya. See you, buddy.
Thanks, over.
Thanks, everybody.
See y'all.
All right, I'll set it up.
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for checking out race number 3, Bernese Alps here at the Over30 Clan, season 6, I think it is, the winter season. You can check us out at over30clan.com. We are live every Friday starting at 10:30 with the pre-race show where we interview some drivers, talk about their setups, their cars, the tracks, and other little tidbits of information. And the race starts right at 11 o'clock Eastern, so feel free to check us out at twitch.tv/Over30Clan USA. You can find us at over30clan.com. Again, if you're an older gamer and you want to get into a group of people who have the same life experiences as you, and kids and jobs and commitments and things other than video gaming, feel free to check us out at over30clan.com to apply. And hopefully we'll see you guys here next week. Again, thank you very much for checking us out. And O30C signing off, so have a good one.